Hello and welcome to my announcement video. For today, I'm going to be announcing a few new films that are going to be coming out in the near future. So, yeah, let's get to explaining. Over here, let's go. I love watching TV. But when it comes to my shows, I want to enjoy them myself as well, and I haven't been available to do that. Well, with these upcoming shows, they're going to be interesting, interesting story. Now, let's get on some details about the show. Starting with When Darkness Rises. It's going to be a sequel and a prequel both at once about the demon within, showing some backstory on Mike and showing what happens 3 years later after Demon Within 2. Now, when it gets to story time, I drawn up some concepts about it. Mike and his family, Mike and his children go out and, do some normal family bonding while the wife is at home sick. Mike eventually found out that he had he had cancer. So he decided to use his powers for the first time ever. And as soon as he used them, people started to notice that his wife started to get better and better over time, while Mike started to get worse and deteriorate over time. They put two and two together. They figured out that he might have been a witch or something. They killed his family. They almost killed Mike. So Mike retaliated and killed everyone in his timeline. Every single person. And when he done that, he felt so remorseful. But as soon as he let his powers take hold of him, he wasn't the same man he used to be. So it wasn't him no more. His powers consumed him, and he turned into and this is when his personality switched. He went through timelines and timelines, destroying them and killing people, till he went into the other timeline. Fought a kid. The kid beat him. When he was weakened, he beaten, and he ended up in my timeline, which is Earth 1 timeline, which is, you would know if you watch Demon Within 2. The Earth 1 timeline is my timeline, which shows. So, yeah. So he ended up here, studying me for about a year. Then after that, he took some of his power and put it into me. And this is when he put me into a coma. And then he started to visualize and control my memories and stuff. Made a whole TV show, our vision, in my head, playing out the scenes in Demon Within 1. And then me remembering some stuff, looped back and started playing them again. And then, when I woke up, I fainted again. Later, I woke up in my world, but stuff was still off. Mike fully took it over, but his plan was to take over my body. So he was looking up researches on how to fuse with my body. Well, his original body fused with me as well. He failed because I beat him. And with a side with a friend, another version of me from Earth 5. He worked with the CDE, and yeah, the CDE, let's go on to that. The CDE is a government organization, kind of like a rip-off Shield if you do from Marvel or something. Rip-off. Yeah. So, enough storytelling, enough spoiling. Yes, let's get on to more of the shows. You may be wondering, why am I outside? Well, to get important scenery and aesthetics. So let me tell you about the upcoming movies after When Darkness Rises. Announcing Black Dagger. Black Dagger will be a new superhero film releasing like about after When Darkness Rises. The story will take off about 2 months after When Darkness Rises happens. It'll look into the new superhero that's been created with the new serum. Now, I won't get into too much about it, but it's coming soon, and I would like to tell you that it'll be great. The costume design will be great. Some of the scenes will be great as well, like the fighting scenes and whatnot. Now, for the scenes, where are they going to be filmed? Well, some scenes that may be filmed. Some scenes may be filmed in Flin Flon and here. In Flin Flon, there's these high rock mountains that are really great for filming, in which that's where some scenes are going to be filmed. Now, I won't get into too much detail, but at the end of this announcement, I'll be showing all of the stuff I would be planning on announcing. Now let's get into other films I'm going to be talking about. Green Emerald, which will take place about 4 years after Black Dagger. It will be another superhero film with me. Practically, when Darkness Rises, I'll be exploring my powers and whatnot. Well, in Green Emerald, that's going to be the final form of me. The one and only Green Emerald. Talking about Green Emerald in the multiverse, well, that's going to be basically the sequel to Green Emerald. Green Emerald into the multiverse will practically be Green Emerald exploring the multiverse and different universes, collecting different heroes to help him save reality from a great threat, which will be explored up on the Infinite's World Reset comic book that I'm going to be releasing on my Twitter, and all my comics will be on Twitter, all the comic pages. If you would like to see them, follow my Twitter. And Green Emerald into the multiverse will introduce many other heroes, and it will also include Danny, and also all the heroes from my universe, which I'm going to be expanding on. Part 1 of my Starlight comic films. Part 1 of it. All these movies I am announcing and shows, they're all part of Part 1. Part 2 will be something bigger. Now, I'd like to get into the last bit of it. All the movies, starting with When Darkness Rises. Darkness Rises will come out on 2021, September 5th. Black Dagger will come out on 2021, December. Green Emerald will come out on 2023, February. And I almost forgot one thing. The Guardian. The Guardian is another version of me, which he looks after timelines and timelines. And those timelines Some may be in trouble, some may not, but he does not interfere. But what he does is fix each timeline that needs fixing. So let's get on to a nice looking, better set. Well, we talk about the Guardian. Like I said, the Guardian picks up timelines and timelines. And what he calls mistake timelines. Well, since they're like strands to him, he picks one like this, and he does this thing, and then boom, it's gone, erased. That's what inspired the CDE to get created. Contain, defend, code word, erased, CDE. Now, the Guardian, well, if you watched the last plus video I done, the Plusverse has ended. The Guardian, the creator, which is me, I created the Plusverse and this channel. But in his eyes, the Guardian's eyes, he created the Plusverse. All my YouTube channel, they're all the same time. Now, since they're all the same time and running flow, he, well, created them all. And in the main Earth 1 timeline, I never created this YouTube channel. I don't know about the YouTube channel. All I know is that I'm playing a character. But him, the Guardian, is me that created this channel. He knows about the channel. He controls it. He controls the time. Alongside with his brother, which he still has no name. But he does. But he doesn't like to go between names and names. You can call him, well, anything. God. You can call him the one who created it all. I don't know. He doesn't have a name. But he goes by many. Which I'll be expanding on him in the comics. Then eventually move him into the film, the Starlight comic films universe. So basically all of this that I'm explaining is only part 1. Part 2 will be something more whole and big. Now, let's get on to the rest of the films. And I will not be talking because this will be the end screen, so let's come on here.